Okay everyone, today for dinner we are going to eat our stockpile down, and really what that means is rotation. So I have 2 boxes of the au gratin potatoes, and the date, they're good until June 2021. So it's not something I make too often, so I've got to follow directions. Which sometimes it's not easy to do because that's usually not how I cook normally on just like regular dinner. I did make these on the Thanksgiving video. Alright, so I got this. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Then you got 2 packets come with it. I don't know why I don't use these more often. Well, for one, my husband doesn't really care for them, and I'm not sure why that is. They're simple, and that's the reason I say I don't know why I don't use them more often. Alright. And then I've got 4 cups of boiling water. Boiling hot water, it says, I think. No, it just says boiling water. Okay. I thought it was saying kind of double itself, boiling and hot. I have seen that on something before, so it's just kind of odd. And then I'm doubling up, remember, so a half cup of milk. For 2 of them, I've got a cup of milk. All right, and then it says I need 2 tablespoons of margarine or butter. So that means I get to use as much as I want. And my butter is a little hard because I had to get it out of the freezer. Thought I had some still in the refrigerator. So that tells me I've opened up the one in the freezer. So that's going to have to get replaced. Remember, in your preps, 2 is 1, 1 is none. And even better than that, just keep going. If you can add more, then add more. All right, so there's that. Everything goes in it. I'll just kind of give it a little stir around. I already have my oven ready. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is fairly simple, and I really didn't need this big of a pan, but I have something in my smaller one in the refrigerator, so I'm not going to make enough green beans to fill this up. But I am going to do 2 cans, maybe, if I can get it open. This is another thing, in your preps, make sure you always have a spare can opener. And even if you use electric on day to day, make sure you've got 1 or 2 extra, because they always tear up when it's most inconvenience. It's kind of like everything else. Car tears up at the wrong time. Break a nail at the wrong time. Well, this can opener is really not that hard to use. It's just that you got to have it at the right angle for it to poke a hole and lock. All right, now this is just one way of making my green beans. It's just like a quick way out of the can. And I'm putting a beef bouillon cube in it. I don't follow the rule on this particular thing. I'm just wanting a little of this flavor. You know, the rule of these bouillon cubes is like 1 cube per cup of water or liquid, and I'm not doing that. So there's the green beans, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it over here on the heat. Next is, I've already got the eye on, and I've got a little pan like this. Still getting back to the green beans. I just want to get this going. I'm going to put my butter up. I wasn't done. All right, so I'm just going to get some of this. Put it in the pan. Then I have a can of corn. Just sweet whole kernel. Drain. You don't have to drain all of it, because as you saute it, it will come out. And yes, I did say saute. It looks like I'm frying, but this is called sauteed corn. So add that, and then just hit it with some black pepper. You can do just the regular table pepper, or you can do the cracked black pepper. I don't put no salt, just butter. Well, this butter had salt in it. So there's that. Got a mess. You all look through it just a minute, because I won't put in my green beans. I can either put a little vegetable oil or bacon grease, and I'm going to go with the bacon grease today. Just a little spoonful. And you all, I know you've seen this sitting on my stove in my videos. I don't keep this full. I just keep just a little in it, just to keep it fresh. If I start getting too much in it, then I will put it into ice cube trays, freeze it, and then I've got it already proportioned out. After it freezes in the ice cube trays, I put it in a Ziploc bag. And that's how I keep mine fresh. But this just, it sits on the stove, and it's got a strainer for the top. Okay. Then I have a little piece of onion left over. And you can cut it up, but I'm just putting mine in whole. You can cut it up into pieces, and you can put more onion. You don't even have to put onion. But I'm just putting that in like that, whole. That way I can pull it back out later. Like I said, you can cut it up and eat it like that. Sometimes I do, but this time I'm just going to pull that out when it gets done. And I am going to put you all on pause a moment, because this is not ready, and I'm going to clean up. All right, everyone, so here's the turnout on it. If I can get it here without letting it slide off the plate. Can you see that? Okay. So it's going to have to cool a little bit. But one thing you need to know, your stockpile, your preps, your pantry, everything like that is part of your home. It's your inventory, so keep up with it. Your home is like a business. And your groceries and everything that has expiration dates, you need to do the first in, first out rule. Keep up with it. The cans, took my Sharpie out of here. The cans, if they get wet or something like that, the labels can come off. I would just take a Sharpie, write on it. If it's a can of green beans, put green beans and the expiration date in a Sharpie. And just rotate. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're doing a Rubik's Cube in your pantry, moving stuff around like tick, 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 tick. So, but you got to keep up with it. And you need to sit down and kind of calculate what you think you and your household will consume within a length of time, and start off with preps, whatever you can do. If you can do a week's worth, 2 weeks worth at a time, do that. But you need well, more the better. But not if you're going to let it go bad. I think we've already had this discussion in one of my little drive-abouts. You just need to know what you need to have on hand. And you don't have to go crazy about it. Just have stuff on hand. Because you never know. Like, I live where we can get hurricanes and tornadoes. Not like Tornado Alley, but, you know, we can get them. We had one, I think, last month in the county next to us. But in everybody, the snowstorms, just there's anything can happen. You could lose your job or get sick or whatever. Have stuff put back. All right, so maybe this is cooled enough. I can do a little taste test. I usually don't do too many of these because I don't like my food really hot. So I did yap my mouth a little bit. So here's my green bean. There's more steam coming off the potatoes than anything. Steam-o-vision, can you see? These are pretty good. I don't know why I don't make them more often. Okay, so this is just one quick meal idea. Simple. It's not what you have to do. It's not what we eat all the time. It's just a quick idea of one way to eat your stockpile down in rotation. You could throw this together really quick. If you coming home, you got 30 minutes to get stuff together. All you had to do is open up some cans and boxes. And even my biscuit here was canned biscuits. Now, I don't normally keep these in stockpile. You know, I don't know how long they last in the refrigerator. Just sometimes I want canned biscuits. I don't want to have to make biscuits. I don't want, you know, I just want a canned biscuit. So anyway, people, think about you stockpile, your preps, your pantry, however you want to word it. Just remember your home is like a business, and that's how you need to look at it. So hope everybody's still doing well. I know we're still getting cold weather in some parts, and we've gotten a few little breaks of warm weather, a little dry spell, 70 degrees. Not today. Today it's like 55, I think was supposed to be our high. So either way, I hope everybody's staying safe. See you next time. Bye.